Hey Cancer, what's going to happen in this Aquarius Lunar Cycle? This Aquarius Lunar Cycle begins with an eclipse on February 17th and goes until March 18th with the new moon in Pisces. Stick around for specific dates, what to expect. Please like and subscribe and share this video. Let's go ahead and get started. Cancer, this new moon eclipse is in the sign of Aquarius. This is your 8th house. This is the house of secrets. These are the secrets you share with others, with other people. This is stuff you want to keep undercover, either because it's appropriate, it's things like real estate deals, insurance policies, or you want to keep it undercover because it's something like an addiction or an affair or some type of abuse that may be scandalous. These eclipse energies are unique because the planets are huddled together mostly in 3 different signs. So they're in Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. We've got 2 other planets out there, but Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries are the focus points where the majority of the energy is in this eclipse. Mars and Pluto are in Aquarius at the time of this eclipse as well. So there's going to be some sort of new secret, new start, maybe a new addiction crops up. Pluto is the planet of obsession and control. It likes to revolutionize things. Mars is the god of war. He's aggressive. He goes after what he wants. And both these planets are in the sign of Aquarius during this eclipse, definitely adding that flavor to this new start, this shift. Also, Mercury and Venus are together in the sign of Pisces. So this is your 9th house. This is long distance travel. This is long-term learning, your goals, what you want to excel at in this life, what you want to become a guru at. Lean into your studies and travels during this eclipse time, Cancer. As with all eclipses, the energies a lot of times take a few weeks to a few months to play out. So you will see these energies unfold over this time frame. You may or may not see a new investment or a new financial agreement or some kind of addiction on the 17th startup, but that energy is definitely going to be there in the next few weeks or months. Then on the 18th, the sun moves into Pisces. So once again, this is that 8th house. These are the secrets that you keep. This is part of your yearly routine. The sun is just highlighting this area of your life like it does every time the sun moves into Pisces season. This is just part of your yearly routine. Then on February 20th, Saturn and Neptune conjunct. So they come together, same degree, same minute. So Saturn and Neptune both are in the sign of Aries. Neither one really feels good in Aries. So Saturn is all about structure, routine, restriction, the long game, being patient, tradition. Aries energy is not about that. Aries is ruled by Mars. It wants to jump in there. It wants to go. It wants to accomplish. It doesn't care anything about patience. Neptune is the planet of illusion and fantasy. It doesn't like seeing things clearly. It doesn't like having boundaries. In fact, it likes to dissolve them. Neptune in Aries makes Aries energy a little bit of a weepy warrior, a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more soft, a little bit more grateful. And Neptune and Saturn in Aries is just not happy. It's weird. It's weird. This could express as a need for religion in your life. This could express as becoming a yoga teacher, putting some artistic or musical ideas to paper, making them become a physical structure. These are things that you would prefer to impulsively do, but then not be able to impulsively do them because, of course, Saturn's there. This energy is playing out in your 10th house. This is career and legacy. There may be some sort of new religious restrictions going on in your work life, some sort of meditation practices taking place. Maybe you're no longer allowed to have music at work. You'll be feeling this energy build up for about a week beforehand and still be feeling it for about a week afterwards, but the energy does come to a point on February 20th. Thankfully, on February 21st and 22nd, Venus is building up to a trine to Jupiter. So Venus is the planet of luxury, fun, money, the planet of taking naps, eating fine food, drinking fine wine. And the trine to Jupiter is an easy, beautiful aspect. So Jupiter is in your sign, Cancer. It has been protecting and blessing you and just lifting your mood this past year. Venus is in the sign of Pisces. This is that 9th house. This is traveling, mastery of learning. Something about enjoying trips, enjoying learning is making you feel good, is providing you with some protection. This is a beautiful weekend, a beautiful energy. You can feel it on the 21st, but it comes to a head on the 22nd. So put that weekend on your calendar, Cancer. Have fun. Then on the 26th of February, Mercury stations. So Mercury stands still in the sky before going retrograde. Now, normally when Mercury stands still in the sky, it's not a good time for traffic. Technology typically doesn't work really well. It's a time where we don't see things really clearly, but especially for this Mercury retrograde because it's in the sign of Pisces. So Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Illusion and fantasy is its go-to anyways. When Mercury's in Pisces, it likes to use intuition rather than words. It likes to use feelings rather than articulate its desires. Don't get into details or sign any contracts. On February 26th, if you can, this will be a time to go back over anything you've learned, anything you've been wanting to, any plans you've been making to travel. Mercury is going to be retrograde in Pisces until March 19th. So be aware of this energy, Cancer. Also on the 26th, we are feeling the energy build up to the 27th when Mars squares Uranus. So Mars is in that 8th house. Mars is in Aquarius right now. So there's some sort of aggressive energy behind the scenes. Hopefully, Cancer, this is playing out in the bedroom. Sex is the absolute best way to utilize Mars in the 8th house energy. Otherwise, this could very much be fights behind the scene about money, investments, addictions, you name it. But it is an aggressive energy. Seriously, Cancer, take it to the bedroom. And so on the 27th, something about this aggressive energy behind the scenes in the 8th house is causing an interruption or some kind of disruption in the flow of events with your friends. Maybe it's causing you to cut them off or to quit talking with them just temporarily, but there's some sort of drama behind the scenes that's causing chaos and unexpected times with your friends. It comes to a head on the 27th. On the 28th, Mercury and Venus conjunct. So this is probably sweet words. It may be apologies for the day before, what was going on. But this is laughter, jokes, beautiful singing. This is a good, beautiful energy. It is a fast-moving energy, but that is on February 28th. Then on March 2nd, Mars leaves your 8th house, yay, and moves into your 9th house. So this is the house, long distance travel, long-term learning. So you are going to be motivated even more to study, to travel. Maybe you'll be bickering with people about your study habits, about where you're wanting to travel to. This may be a guru or teacher that comes in and is a little bit aggressive. Mars is going to be in Pisces until April 8th. So just be aware of that energy, Cancer. Then on March 3rd, we have a full moon eclipse in the sign of Virgo. So Cancer, Virgo rules your third house. This is your community, your neighbors, the environment you don't really choose, basic learning, your siblings, your cousins. There is something in this area of your life that is going to be coming to a completion. You may get an award or a certificate because of it, or it may just be something that fizzles out and you're done. We'll be feeling this energy about a week beforehand. And like all eclipse energies, it may take a few weeks to a few months for this energy to fully unfold and play out. Then on March 4th, Venus, still in that ninth house of long distance travel, long-term learning, Venus sextiles Uranus in the 11th house. So there's something about you enjoying travel, enjoying learning, that causes some sort of unexpected surprise or interruption, something amusing with your friends. So maybe one pops in and wants to hear about what you're studying, what you're learning. This is a fast-moving energy, but that is on March 4th. Then on March 6th, Venus moves into Aries. So Aries rules your 10th house. This is career, this is legacy. Venus is not really comfortable in Aries. Venus likes to sit back and relax. Venus likes to be waited on hand and foot. Venus likes to eat, likes to drink, likes to look pretty. Aries just wants to conquer, just wants to fight, sometimes for the sake of fighting. And Saturn and Neptune are in Aries right now, making Aries energy a little bit weird. So Venus comes into Aries. She's lightening the mood. She's making it a little bit more fun. Venus in Aries, though, doesn't sit back and receive. Venus in Aries goes and conquers it and gets it no matter what. So getting what you want at work and enjoying it is going to be a lot easier with Venus in Aries, Cancer. Venus is going to be in Aries until March 29th. So enjoy and utilize this energy. Then on March 7th, we have two different energies going on that are very similar. So Venus is conjunct Neptune. So this is taking place in Aries. This is passionate, want, going and getting what you want emotionally. This is sensitive fire, if there is such a thing, and there is. But this is how sort of awkward this energy is. Being sensitive and passionate about what you want and enjoy at work. Also on the 7th, we have a Mercury Cazimi. This is when Mercury and the Sun line up. This is divine brilliance is sprinkled about the planet. However, this Mercury Cazimi is in the sign of Pisces. So this isn't necessarily about thinking or understanding on a mental level. This is feeling and intuiting things from the universe. So this is not a day to go over details. This is not a day to try to structure things at all. This is enjoying, meditating, praying, art, song, music. This is the day for telling funny stories, telling funny jokes, laying back and just enjoying yourself. Then on March 8th, Venus conjuncts Saturn. So all that enjoyment of the day before, Saturn's like, okay, now it's time to straighten up. Now it's time to have some standards. So Venus and Saturn together is being very picky about what you want. Both these energies are in Aries, so that impulsiveness and going after it is still there. This could be going to 20 stores, not finding exactly what you want and being exhausted. That is a fast-moving energy. That is on March 8th. Then on the 9th, Mercury in Pisces, in that 9th house, you're thinking of your long-term goals. You're thinking about traveling. With this retrograde, you're going back over these plans and these lessons. And there is a trine to Jupiter in Cancer. And so you are just feeling good about your studyings, about going back over things, about these plans to travel, about becoming a guru. You have a glow about you. You're just enjoying yourself. This is a fast-moving energy that is on March 9th. Then on March 10th, Jupiter stations. So this is almost like double Jupiter energy. So Jupiter is the planet of abundance and protection. It's been in your first house. You've just felt good, and you are going to feel really good on the 10th. Also on the 10th, Venus in that 10th house of career in Aries, being impulsive, going after what it wants. Venus sextiles Pluto. So Pluto's in that 8th house. Pluto is revolutionizing your world of secrets. Things may be coming to the surface, things may be dealt with, things may be more covert, more secretive. But something about enjoying work, looking good at work, having fun, and getting what you want at work is causing more rearrangements, focuses, obsessions about these secrets that you are sharing with your partner. This is a fast-moving energy, but that is also on March 10th. Then on March 15th, Mercury and Mars conjunct. So they come together in the sky, they meet. Mercury and Mars together can be fast driving, aggressive words, aggressive thinking. You may just be motivated to study, read, and learn all day. This could play out as you being irritated with your teachers, being irritated with your travel agents. Watch what you say on the 15th, because sometimes we can't take things back once we've said them, but the impulse to speak and think aggressively is there. And then that brings us to March 18th. We are at the end of this Aquarius lunar cycle. We've got the new moon in Pisces in that 9th house. Long-term learning, long-distance travel. There's going to be some sort of shift there, a new start. And we will talk about that in the next lunar horoscope video. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today, Cancer. Please like and subscribe, share these videos, and I will see you again soon.